As always, I'm very pleased to have found a little hole in my woolen sock because it gives me the excuse to do a little bit more darning. Most of the toe of this sock is actually now darned, so fingers crossed it'll give it a bit more extra life. As you may or may not know, I took up darning because I have these quite expensive, very nice socks from Tasmania made by Mongrel Socks, and I want to look after them. I looked up darning on YouTube and discovered that actually it's not that hard, and ever since then I've been a darning freak, but unfortunately, in a way, very little darning has come my way, but I'm always grateful when it does. There we go. Not bad. And in case you've never seen it before, this is the darning mushroom, which Will kindly made for me. You find me just about to head off to do some more work on the Mr Darcy Walk, but the clue behind me is that I'm going a bit more mechanical this time. Well, I say mechanical, I suppose I've been using machines the whole process really, but what I mean is I'm going more powerful, and I'm using my petrol powered brush cutter. And what I've done with great trepidation, as with last time, is I've switched over from the strimmer cord attachment to the grass cutting blade attachment, and that's because I'm going to go and try and tackle some of that tufty grass. The lawnmower can munch over it, but it doesn't really like it, so what I thought I'd do is get it down to the ground as much as I can with this, so that when I come to go over it with the lawnmower, it's got a little bit more of a fighting chance. And one of the reasons that will be useful is because the bit I'm about to hit has a lot more tufty grass than what I've previously done, so I thought this would be expeditious. As ever though, I'm always a little trepidatious whenever I change over the heads, because this is spinning around very quickly and does have the potential to trot my feet off, and obviously, as you may have gathered, I'm not the best when it comes to practical things. So there is every chance I am about to kill myself. Nevertheless, the 1 minute 17 seconds tutorial or whatever it is online, I hope has guided me aright, and that won't happen. We shall find out. If this is the last vlog, you will know what's happened. Anyway, I'm off to go and try and do that, and maybe I'll show you how that's looking when I'm finished. I'm heading back over to the Mr Darcy Walk. When last we met, I was going to head over with a brush cutter, which I did. I maybe will show you the fruits of my labours. I have been processing wood this morning, sort of all hands to the pump when it comes to processing wood at this time of year. This is our main gathering and secreting wood season, ready for next winter. As you may or may not know, our heating, our hot water, and most of our cooking is done with a wood burning range, which, unless it's a total fire ban day, is lit every single day of the year, which is why we need such a large wood store, because we need to go through an extremely large amount of wood. Here we are then at the Mr Darcy Walk. I've come a little more lightly equipped than I might normally do. That's because I'm utilising the chainsaw for the wood processing, and I want to give the batteries lots of time to charge. But I have come down with this, my reciprocating saw, which has got a different type of blade on than what I have been using previously. I have used one of these 9-inch pruning blades for some of this Mr Darcy Walk work, but I have been enjoying it, so I thought I'll take out some of this smaller stuff, the stuff that doesn't require the chainsaw, using that. And this is what I was doing with the brush cutter. So you may be able to see this sort of grassy wasteland. When I go over this with the lawnmower, it'll munch it all up, so it'll be fine. And then I also took out that sort of thicket of bracken. So actually, it's looking really, really good. I don't think I've got a lot of work left to do on this. I will need Will's help for some. For example, if I go through here, I wouldn't mind cracking out the big chainsaw to take out this tree. And I wouldn't mind cracking out the big chainsaw to take out this tea tree, and this tree, and that tree, which is good. Generate more firewood to go on the seasoning pile. Anyway, enough talking. I'm going to get on with this. Will's off to work. Let's see if we can see him go by. There he goes. He's taking the Vita today because I've got the Brumby for the wood processing work. Anyway, let me get on with this and see what I can accomplish in the next hour or so before I run out of charge on my batteries. By the way, I meant to say, if you've not been with me for a while, or if you have and you've forgotten, I am on the lookout for the ultimate pair of gardening gloves. The sort of work that I do, just choose through them. Anyway, I sourced these, so I had high hopes for them. They are apparently stab-proof gloves, worn by the military and the police, but as you may be able to see, not able to withstand a bit of tea tree. So although these have lasted quite a long time, I actually haven't used them that often because I've only really started doing this kind of work in earnest in the last few weeks when I've been able to have a bonfire. So unfortunately for me, the quest continues. I will show you this properly in daylight, but now that we're in June, which is winter here, I have decorated the house for our midwinter festival, which we call Wintermas, which is timed to coincide with the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. And whilst it's dark, I thought I'd show you some of the illuminations we have that are specific to Wintermas, starting with that garland and then our lit up poinsettia, and lastly our little Wintermas tree. It's all looking very jolly and apt since we're a bit low on power at this time of year, especially when it's cloudy and rainy like it is this year. If it was sunny we'd be okay. But anyway, as I say, I will show you the I will show you the decorations in all their glory tomorrow. But of course the lights look at the best during the night. As promised, here's a quick rundown of our Wintermas decorations, some of which are new, including this little fella. I decided to embrace the native birds, that's the fairy wren. And as ever, mostly the centre of operations are down our banister with our garland, and then along the top of the piano with more bits and pieces, and then on our bookcase the entertainment section, very modest, got some crisps, some port and some of the melomel, which Will and I can both confirm is delicious. Got some decorations here in our vase, and the lit up poinsettia you've seen, jazzed up the fern, the palm, and then over in this corner some more bits and pieces. So nothing too over the top, but a few new things which makes it jolly. Just to reiterate, if you didn't know, this is all done because I miss the midwinter festivities at Christmas time, because in the Southern Hemisphere it's summer. And so I decided that it would be a good idea to mark midwinter here with the festival that we call Wintermas. And it's basically an excuse for me to get out all my winter Christmas decorations, which don't make sense in the summer, but do make sense in the midwinter.